Hi, Pamela. Can you please introduce yourself and describe your human rights education work?
My name is Pam Bruns, and my education work has been involved in a couple different ways with a program I taught in high school in journalism, and most specifically, though, with the work that I did at the college level with my work with Human Rights Watch and a program I started called the Student Task Force, which worked with high school students, but in the beginning certainly dealt mostly with interns who were college level who helped us produce the Student Task Force program. Um, and during that, I became involved with people who were working on human rights education, was at the founding meeting for Human Rights Education USA back in Boston. I don't even remember the year anymore, but with Nancy Flowers and Felicia Tilts. And I can't remember the date, but it was a long time ago.
Great, thank you. What is one aspect of your human rights education work that you're especially proud of?
Since it's all such an ongoing and necessary effort, I can't, it's hard to say what I'm proud about because it just is, it's like whatever we did wasn't enough yet. And we still have to endeavor to work in human rights education and figuring out how to make that human rights education real to the students in all levels of school. And I couldn't give you an answer to that because I feel like it's so incomplete and this long continuum, and I was this little tiny part of it. So I can't single out anything that I could say, oh, I'm really proud of that. It's just we got to keep going, got to keep working.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, why do you think human rights education and training is important in today's world?
Well, I would say that has to do with the conversation you and I had right before this started. We're challenged on every front, not with theoretical problems, but human rights challenges to our own personal everyday lives. And it's, I don't think the country is rising to the occasion very well right now. And perhaps there's never been a greater need for human rights education than right now in this country.
Great. And last question, how has your connection to HRE USA made a difference to you?
I believe it made a difference in the sense that there was a community to be part of that was supportive. And I really appreciated that. There were certainly people in the Human Rights Education USA that I turned to multiple times for support of efforts that we were making with the Student Task Force. And the Student Task Force impacted thousands of students. And people like Nancy Flowers were extraordinarily helpful in that regard. And so that was a community that existed. I felt that was very important, even though we weren't in person hardly ever. It was out there, and we knew it was there. And my colleagues and I, who I worked with, really appreciated our ability to be part of that community.
Perfect. Okay.
Very, very, I must say, we're very grateful, very thankful for that community.
And HRE USA is very, very thankful to you. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Oh, how do I use?